Hi, I'm Jack Appleyard, and I'm a multidisciplinary artist, and at the moment I'm working as a stylist, predominantly with this brand that my friend designs called Loverboy by Charles Jeffrey. And I've come to SHOWstudio today to talk to you guys about my favourite piece from our Spring-Summer 18 collection, and it's this jacket, which is very personal to me because it derives from something that I customized and made myself and then translated it into this piece for the show, which is here. As we, yep. So it's like me in my jacket. So that's where it started from, I suppose. Well, actually, no, it started from me finding the jacket in Camden while we're shopping, and then customizing it with bleach. So I put the bleach on with a paintbrush and left it, and then washed the jacket, and then we kind of refined that idea and that look into this piece. So my jacket's cord, but this one is brown cord. It's a very similar shade, and this one is actually Charles Jeffrey's illustrations, screen printed with bleach onto the cord, as a flat fabric, and then constructed into this piece. So it's kind of a way we usually work together when we work together. It's I bring pieces from my life, or pieces of clothing, or anything that I've seen or that I like, and we translate it into fashion, I suppose. So I've taken pieces from my mum's wardrobe. My friend Harriet found a jumper, which she then gave to my friend William, and then I found in his studio, and then I brought that in. We copied that, which was the opening look for Autumn Winter 16, the red jumper with the kind of cold shoulder sleeves. So I find things, and we translate some of my personal style into fashion, which then we sell. But so yeah, it's things like a hole in one of my jackets could be put onto a piece. I remember in the latest show we've got a rugby shirt that's all torn up, so it just looks like pieces that I wear on a daily basis, or Charles also wears on a daily basis, or any of our friends, or our very close friends who we love a lot, and we take a lot of influence from the way they look and the way they dress. So yeah, ideas come from kind of anywhere, I suppose, in that kind of family of people. Yeah, and I'm actually being a bit narcissistic because this specific one comes from an inspiration from my jacket, but I suppose I found that easier to talk about. We get all the collections from before, and loads of other lots of other vintage bits and bits of our where we go. We got our friend Georgie's dresses this time, and then we just put them on a railing in a room at Somerset House, and then we just make up these strange characters. So there's a kind of day in the month leading up to the show where we fill a room in Somerset House with the previous collections and vintage bits and bobs that I find. I could bring this coat, I suppose, or the jacket that is the kind of original point of this jacket, and we piece all of these pieces together to kind of create these kind of characters. It's here we have this kind of woman. You've got this boy with the skirt, the kind of artist smock going on. And we have our research boards into the room, and then we have the collections, and then we build these characters, and then we take pictures of them. So if you see there, that's there was a hoodie look with an apple on it. So the tape made the shape of the hoodie, and then I put an actual apple onto his head, and then made these arrows and put it inside And then we'd take a picture of that, and then that's where Charles would draw the designs from. So with this brand, we like start usually with like styling. So my kind of role is like really important, like really, it's like the core, like, because Charles is a stylist also, and like I am too. Like, so we kind of come together in these moments where we just like kind of really fluidly like create, like just something like really beautiful, I think, comes out in those moments. It's like 2 solid days of like waking up early, going to bed really late, and knocking out like 40, 50 different looks. It's like playful because we're actually playing around with stuff. It's the beginning of the design process isn't like bogged down with like, get your pencil out, get your pen out, like draw, like, I don't know, like, or like even the kind of typical like wake up in the middle of the night, get my pencil out and like draw a dress, like a beautiful dress. It's like we literally just fill a room full of like really beautiful, fun clothes and just play around, like making like weird monsters basically. And we just have such a laugh doing it, and that's kind of like, I think that comes out in like the clothing. It's just like really playful and fun. Yeah. And that's why this jacket's really a special piece, I suppose, in the collection, because it just reminds me of like those moments. It's obviously based on a piece that I own and really love, but then it has these like fun, silly drawings by Charles all over it, and it's just like a really beautiful piece.